Hey guys, it's me again. It's been a while since I made a video. My spring break just ended, so that was rather uneventful. I didn't really do much. Kind of just sat around and caught up on some stuff. We'll try to catch up on some stuff. Of course, that never works out, as we all know. The more time you have, the more you seem to procrastinate. But that's okay. I visited my family for the weekend and saw my best friend and obviously my boyfriend and all that good stuff. So that was fun. So yeah, now just back to school and getting back in the run of things and trying to catch up in some classes, but you know, that's expected. So today I wanted to elaborate on, or rather I wanted to discuss something that's kind of been on my mind. Not too much, but the more I'm on YouTube, the more I hear about it, so I feel like the least I could do is offer my 2 cents. So as we all know, there was a student at UCLA who, I guess she created a video during finals week at her school, UCLA, and I watched the video. Basically, in essence, she's talking about, she's expressing her frustrations with, I guess, Asian students at her school, talking about, you know, how they misuse cell phones in the library and everything like that, and you know, just kind of spouting off the mouth. She doesn't clearly. It's not very intelligently presented. It was obviously a rant. So that's pretty much it. If you guys don't know what it is, I'm sure you do, but if you don't, it's all over YouTube. You'll stumble across it eventually. But I really just wanted to talk about my feelings, my thoughts and feelings in regards to this whole scandal, I guess you could say. You know, before I say anything, I just want to say that I do not, in any way, shape, or form, condone racism. I don't believe that, and I know I'm getting a lot of criticism for saying this, but I say this candidly. I don't genuinely believe that this particular student was intending to be racist. I don't know anything about her. I've never met her, and I know very little about her background, but based off of the sentiments that she was expressing in her video, it appears to me that she is probably comes from a very white background, where cultural discrepancies are basically non-existent. And, you know, I can empathize with her to a degree because I, too, as you can all see, I'm Caucasian as well. So I guess my whole thing in regards to this situation is that, first of all, when I saw the video, I read the comments. There are numerous videos on YouTube circulating that have reposted this particular video, and people have made video responses and all that good stuff. And I guess what bothered me the most about this video is not only her stupidity in publicizing such a stupid rant and publicizing her frustrations, but the backlash that's, you know, that has followed suit. And what I mean by that is all the comments and not so much the video responses, and I'm actually really, really surprised. There are a lot of, you know, members on the Asian or in the YouTube community that are of Asian descent, and those who have made video responses, they approach the situation in such a tactful way, and I was actually quite surprised, pleasantly surprised, that they didn't completely blow up on this girl. I mean, I'm sure there are some, but the ones that I've seen, they didn't completely blow up on this girl. You know, they explained. And I've talked to some of my Asian friends about this. You know, I'm from demographically speaking, there's a large Asian population of where I'm from. And I talked to some of my Asian friends about this, and they're like, you know, we're really not angry at her. We understand that everything that she was saying stems from a lack of knowledge of Asian culture. And I absolutely agree. You know, I don't think that she was going on YouTube with the intention of being racist. I think that, you know, and I'll be honest, I'll take any chance I get to poke fun at girls like her because they misrepresent the female community But like I said, I don't really think she was intending to be racist or to come across as racist. I think that she was just had no knowledge of Asian culture. She had no knowledge of the cultural discrepancies that exist between Asian culture and American culture, or between American and any culture that's foreign to, you know, Americans. And, you know, I was really, really pleasantly surprised at how a lot of Asians in the community and some of my Asian friends were reacting to this. They weren't angry, they weren't resentful, they weren't hateful. You know, they understood that her sentiments were derived from blatant ignorance, and I actually really agree. And I'll be honest, I don't think that the backlash that's been demonstrated is warranted given the situation. I don't think that, you know, everyone has said something that wasn't politically correct. Everyone has made a comment here or there, you know, whether or not it was in your past or you said it recently or you thought it, whatever. You know, it happens. I mean, comedians, Dave Chappelle, you know, even George Lopez, there's so many comedians that, you know, their whole premise for their career is poking fun at racial and ethnic stereotypes. But the thing is when it's said in jest, it's fine. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you're a member of a marginalized group, it's especially fine. You're not going to be reprimanded as much as if you were Caucasian. And also, it's highly contingent upon how you present it. But I think that, you know, like I said, I was reading some of the comments and some of the things that people were saying about this girl. And yeah, she's clearly not, you know, I'm not going to be presumptuous so as to say that she's not intelligent, but she wasn't intelligent in doing what she did. But I think that what disturbs me about this more than anything is if you read the comments on YouTube that, you know, are related to this video, people call her, you know, whore, you know, the B word, slut. They poke fun at her racial background. They say that, you know, she's jealous and all this stuff. And you know what? I just don't feel that that's appropriate. I don't understand why. First of all, what makes me mad is because, you know, I consider myself a feminist. Not insofar that, like, I hate men or anything, but it's just like, and feminism, by the way, isn't about hating men. And that's a huge misconception. But, you know, as someone who strives for egalitarianism and equality in all people, I just feel like, you know, to call her the B word and a slut and a whore, and to make such horrible, sexist, slanderous remarks is just as bad, if not worse, than her going on YouTube and making the video in the first place. You know, since when is sexism more acceptable than racism? It's not. It's not okay. It's not okay to go on YouTube and to see something that you don't like or hear a woman saying something that's displeasing or doesn't coincide with your beliefs and to call her a whore and a slut and a bitch. It's not okay. It's not okay. You have no right to do that. You know? I'm guilty of calling a girl a bitch. You know, we all are, but I don't think that, you know, that should be every single comment on YouTube that's related to this video. I just don't think that that's fair, and it really makes me angry when I see stuff like that, because it's like, you know, and then furthermore, one of the other things that I'm kind of peeved about is that, you know, I'm sure a lot of you know here at USC there was a scandal involving an email that was sent around in one of the fraternities. And, you know, go check it out. I'll actually include a link at the bottom of this video so you can actually read it. This email is the most misogynistic thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. It basically condones and encourages sexual violence towards women. It definitely encourages sexually objectifying women. It literally states that females are not people. I'm not kidding. Like, this is the most horrendous thing I've ever read. And I've read some pretty crappy stuff about women, but this tops it. And what's scary about this whole thing is that it was intelligently written. Like, you clearly can see that the individual who composed this thing put a lot of thought into it. Unlike the UCLA student who, you know, you can tell she was just frustrated and decided to go online and be an idiot. But whoever wrote this email really put a lot of time and effort into it. And that is just what really makes me mad, is that, you know, this whole email thing isn't receiving nearly as much attention as this UCLA, the situation involving the UCLA student. And I just don't think that that's fair, you know? It's just ridiculous. And not only in this article are they being incredibly sexist, but they're also being racist, you know? Read it. I don't even want to like repeat what they say. I'll include the link below and you guys can read it for yourselves. It's horrendous. And what makes me mad is that people try to pass it off as, oh, it's just a joke, you know, it's just a joke. They were just being funny, like, haha, that's like locker room talk. No, I don't care. It's not okay. It's not okay for you to go around and sexually objectify women and essentially prey on them and to talk about getting girls intoxicated so that you can sexually engage with them. That's not okay. It's absolutely not okay. And I hope that the individuals responsible for this are held accountable, because I'm so sick and tired of people like that getting off the hook. I just think that it's unfair. You know, as much as I disagree with what the UCLA student did, you know, I don't think the punishment fits the crime, but with this email scandal, I don't see any punishment being issued. You know, I've read on several sites that they're investigating it within the fraternity. But I mean, it's unlikely that they'll do anything. You know how that always goes. You know, they pretty much get away with everything, and I just don't think that it's fair. You know, I'm just so sick. And then, you know, like I said, with the whole UCLA student thing, it's like people are calling her all kinds of horrible sexist names. And yeah, she's clearly an idiot, but do you guys have to go so far as to poke fun at her gender? Or, I'm sorry, her biological sex? Like, who are you? Like, I'm sorry, I sound really, like, ridiculous in saying this, but it's like, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of sexism being acceptable in our society. It's not fair. So, anyways, to those of you who have been mature enough to overlook this whole stupid thing, good on you. It's not worth getting upset over. You know, that girl's clearly wasn't thinking. She wasn't being the most intelligent in making the decision to post a YouTube video expressing such stupid frustrations. And, you know, to those in the Asian community, on behalf of the Caucasian community, I apologize. Please don't assume that we all share such sentiments. A lot of us come from backgrounds that don't encourage cultural and racial diversity, so sometimes it's kind of hard. But, you know, if you're open-minded and you expose yourself to people of different backgrounds, you can learn a lot, as I have. So, anyways, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to say that. I know I'll probably get a ton of hater comments on here, but that's okay. If I do, I'll just disable the comments. So, if you leave a stupid comment, don't bother, because I'll probably just delete it anyway. So, anyways, you guys all have a good day, and I will try and post another video related to something more optimistic later on. Okay? Alright. Where's my mouse? Okay.